it's on.
Hi, and welcome to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground, and we're shrouded in mystery and darkness. I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Brian Bally.
And why don't you guys introduce yourself?
My name is Jeff from Anubis.
And I'm Phil from Anubis Guitars.
So you guys think this is like, would you guys consider this like the death metal equivalent of Ozfest? Today's event?
You know what? You could say that, man. There's a lot of good bands going on, and man, it's like, hopefully, there's gonna be some headbanging and people killing each other in there, you know. But
you actually want a murder to take place tonight? Is that what you're asking?
I want a murder to take place tonight, and hopefully, I can be the one to do that. You know, I wouldn't be the first.
You're not carrying, are you? You packing?
No, I'm not packing. Well, it depends on who you ask. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! The chick was saying you're packing, right?
No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go around talking.
Oscar Mayer, man.
About it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Speaking of chicks, like, what's the most interesting way you've hooked up with a chick?
Most interesting way. I'd have to say on the you know, the glide rides, like the ones where you're on the cable and it brings you. I've gotten a blowjob on that at Six Flags.
Oh man!
So all their heads going up, and the people that are crossing us, they're looking like, what the fuck is that head bobbing up on there? I'm just like, this is awesome. I'm in the air and I'm getting a blowjob. There's just not a better way to set that up.
You can't beat that. You can't beat that. For me, I would say I was in I got dragged to a club, not a metal club, and I'm not a dancer. But after a couple of drinks, I was a dancer. I became the best dancer.
I'd like to see that.
And then I met this girl. We just got crazy on the dance floor. You know, just totally into each other. And eventually, 8 years later, we're still together. And I married her.
Right.
Hey. But that's what happened.
Speaking of romance and all that, what was your favorite flower? And why?
The black rose. Because I have a cold heart. Nah.
My favorite flower is weed.
Yeah.
Yes.
More of a plant, but still good.
Yeah,
That's pretty qualified. It's botanical.
Going back to that glide ride, I'm pretty jealous because I actually picked up a girl at Great Adventure and I made out with that girl on that glide ride, and now I feel like that was nothing.
Maybe it was the same.
From Bricktown.
Well, you were 12.
Was it
So.
Mary from Bricktown?
That was her. That was the same chick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Village bicycle, man. Village bicycle.
Damn, you failed hard, bro.
Yeah, I'm so hurt.
Listen,
I'm so proud of that.
Mary from Bricktown was easy, man. Like, she goes around. That's what I heard. That's only from what I can.
She
get
must be
out of Phil,
56
you know
now. Mary from Bricktown, I'm thinking.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The one.
She was the best English teacher I ever had.
That's good. And you've had a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you learned all your education.
Mostly
Very
men, but
educated.
Yeah. You guys, this was your first show tonight.
Yes, a very first
right?
show.
Yes.
We'll have footage up for that in about, a day or two after we get everything, synced into the computer. But for the most part, yeah, we wanted to make sure we got all the pictures, all the footage we could for the first show because we've been getting a good reaction from the music. So we didn't want to lose out on any of the fans that really wanted to hear it that couldn't be here. So we definitely had to record it for the first show.
Were you guys nervous? I mean, first show, that's pretty exciting.
Yes and no.
man, you know what? It just felt like it was just natural. It was due. It was about time. Like, we've all been trying to get this thing going for a while individually. Mm-hmm. We finally got the right formula together, and we just it just had to happen. So it felt good. It felt good. It was a fine, it was a nice release, So no, I personally, I wasn't nervous. I was more excited. Mm-hmm. Finally get this thing going.
Because if you're nervous, you're gonna say "fuck you" and just do it.
Yeah. Even if you are a little, But I was just psyched to play this show, and it was a great experience, and looking forward to more. Mm-hmm. I mean, what can say more about that?
Besides that nice release, what was your other best nice release?
Oh man, I could tell you stories, but we don't have enough tape here.
Yeah.
my nice release before this was around 9:30, 10 when I smoked before I got on stage. But other than that, that was I guess you could call that a nice release. Hopefully later I don't have to use, the internet for a nice release, but we'll see. Depends on my bandwidth.
That kind of segs into something. What preference do you have when you look at porn?
Preference. Usually got to go for what's not obtainable right now or that you want. I've never had a MILF, so I'm usually in the MILFs.
Should hang out with me more often, I know.
Jeff, I don't know. What about you?
Oh man, I don't really look at the porn. I'm good, man.
Yeah, he's
I'm
married.
Good.
I'm
Jeff, you're married.
Guy.
You watch a lot of porn.
I'm good.
I'm a single guy.
You know what I'm saying?
I refuse to pay for sex, but
He's watching more porn than you. He's married.
But he tells me a lot about what he sees, and you put it in the spank bank. That's what you gotta do.
You jerk off the things that he sees.
That's disgusting.
I'm on the phone. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what you said earlier.
Remember what you told me?
I'm flagging a half chub right now.
Describe her panties again. No, slower.
She had what? White discharge?
That's something you usually whack off to, discharge?
Listen, man.
You should use that as a song title.
It's a fence.
White discharge.
That could be.
Honorable discharge.
Yeah, I like that.
Honorable discharge.
I heard that creamy discharge makes a good lube.
You can name for minimum.
It might, Put it in your bowl, make a little frosted flakes out of it. Man, this is not good. This is not good.
Now, what is it, Tom's River metal scene like? Is it exist?
It's pretty flaky because really for the most part, a lot of bands, instead of really actually trying to play from the heart, they actually try to play in what's ever more trendy to them. What could get them to the point of just, instead of just staying true to yourself, they like to pretty much, what's a day to remember playing? Oh, a breakdown? Let me do that. You know what I mean? Like, after a while, you're going to get tired of playing the same VFW in your fucking local town. So, at the most part, for us, it was definitely trying to stay true to ourselves while still being original outside the bands that are in our area. Because everybody would rather do deathcore or metalcore. We'd rather stay true to thrash, epic metal, melodic death metal. That's what we are at the core. Even old school thrash, a lot of that, it's just like, it's what we are, and it's the roots of metal to begin with. So you forget that, you might as well, half the kids don't even know who fucking Black Sabbath is, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, you don't know who started metal, then don't fucking listen to it. You're just trying to get a girlfriend, and that's where we're at right now. It's just like, it's more for the fact of just gauging out your ears and getting a girlfriend because you somehow like an emo girl or some shit like that. But really, when it comes down to it, be true to yourself. Don't fucking do what the other assholes doing. Do what you think is, and that applies almost anywhere, you know what I mean? You want to fucking be a slave, be a slave. Fuck that.
You should be like Socrates.
Yeah, right? That was good.
Rich motherfucker.
Rich.
No, you know what? He said it all, man. I'm gonna do I'm gonna take a line from my guitar player, Rob. Word.
You should let him talk more often.
Yeah, me and him have great conversations about this shit.
Yeah.
How would you fix the healthcare system?
Fix the healthcare system?
Now you just unleashed it. You just unleashed him, man.
I'm a big Ron Paul supporter. So,
what do you say, Sean Paul?
Sean Paul?
Sean Paul?
I'm not,
Yeah.
No, really basically for the reason of that, most healthcare, most insurance companies in the fact are, how does insurance company get money? From a bank. What do banks do mostly? They charge you interest, and upon that, they give you fake currency, which we've been using for the last God knows how long.
Thanks to Nixon.
So, you know what I mean? It's like we're using monopoly money to prove a point of reward system for people to actually keep going out and working for money, when in reality, we don't really need to do that. That's the fault in our entire system, because when you're running currency that is run on interest and laissez-faire, where it's printed out of thin air for just a reason of just making an own elitist more money. Because if you think of money as a commodity, like bananas, nobody has enough of it, but everybody wants it, at the point where you just need to go...
Especially in this neighborhood?
Exactly, yeah, man. The point is, you go, if you go to a ghetto...
Is that a racist joke?
Liquor stores, you see fucking funeral homes, you see all kinds of shit that you would go in your regular suburban neighborhood, you wouldn't see that at most, you know what I mean? You see your soccer field and shit like that. Everything's set up in a way of just a plutocracy, which is the rich rules over the poor, which is basically pretty much what we have right now. So healthcare system, yeah, there's a little bit more to do with the healthcare system because you got a majority, you got roots of stuff that's corrupting. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a long-winded, conversation.
You mean
It really
No, my
is.
question
Longer
actually
than
is,
what it was already?
Yeah. What do you do when you're not meddling? What's your regular
Says to be
job?
politics.
Yeah. Well, I work at a movie theater, but I have a degree in history, so that's what
You
it
seem like you should be doing more than working at a movie theater.
That's what everybody in the movie theater tells me.
Yeah.
I have more of a degree than the guy who manages the place. I'm just like, well, the reason I work at a movie theater, 1, no drug testing. 2, it's a minimum wage job, so I don't give a shit. And 3, I don't have kids or anything else or debt, so I just smoke weed, play music, and hope
And
I
free
can
movies.
Yeah, and free movies. So I can go to movies.
You can't beat that.
No, I can't beat that.
Can't
man.
beat that.
You
All
know,
right.
so.
Well, I guess the most important question I have for you guys is, are you honored to appear on Metal Rules TV and why?
Well, because I'm honored because, because you have us on there, and
It's a good reason.
what more can you say, man? Like you guys,
You know what? It really,
you guys took the time
yeah.
to come and represent for us, so we're here to represent for you.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
support and support. You're underground. One day I would like to see you guys at some kind of point where you guys can actually get out there and make a really, a legit solid where you're just like, oh yeah, I'm putting this shit up. You know what I mean? That was a good take. That, you know what I mean? That's what this is all about. It's about getting the personalities on the camera and at the same time just bringing out a good interview to the point where your viewers can just go, that was cool. I'll check in next week. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, man. And, you guys support metal. We support metal. We all scratch each other's back or,
Or whatever.
or jerk each other off, get a nice train going. But,
That's after we shut the camera off.
Keep me out of
that's
that.
for later.
And I guess this will give you a chance, you guys, just to plug whatever you want to,
Yeah, Facebook, website.
Right, facebook.com/I have Anubis.
You can definitely email us for any kind of booking. A lot of our information is on there. We don't have an official website with us yet because this is our first show. We're trying to get out and see what everybody's about. But at the same time, EP's coming out early June, right before the summer. That's going to be something for a lot of people to look ahead to. And also at the same time, definitely check us out because we're looking to definitely play around and make some noise. Definitely hurt some necks with some headbanging. So we're definitely looking forward.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, guys.
You too, man. Thanks.
Thank
Jeff.
you.
Thank you.
And you're Matt.
Brian.
That's Matt.
That's Matt. All right, Brian.
All right.
Yeah, no, it was fun, guys.
Metal
It was
rules.
good.
Metal
baby.
rules.
Metal rules.